Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of The Professor's Picks, back after a week off, along with the professor himself, as always, Mr. Ken Golden of the Laser's Edge. What's happening,
Good
Ken?
afternoon. What's up?
Oh, same old, same old. It's Friday. It's Friday, sort
Right.
of. It's actually Thursday, but yeah, looking forward to the weekend. First week back after being away for a week, and it's been a busy week, and I'm just kind of frazzled, kind of tired, ready to have a couple days to enjoy the weekend. So I'm sure you have plenty to talk about today after not being here last week.
Yeah. Hey, I'm proud of everybody. So I kind of I sort of begged last time. And I said, guys, got to keep checking the website because we were going to be off last week, and I had a lot of stuff come in. A lot of stuff came in, and a lot of stuff went out.
Okay.
So people were jumping on it. We had a lot of stuff from South America that came, and a lot of it's going to get restocked. So if you saw it, you didn't buy it, it'll come back. So yeah, but we got some things to talk about this week.
Cool. Cool.
So ready to do it?
Let's do it.
Let's hit the pre-orders first. We'll get them out of the way. Again, alphabetically, but not chronologically. First one we have here is Mandaki's Soulmates. Right? Did you hear the one that Inside Out put out?
Yeah.
Kind of an interesting story. So Leslie Mandaki, he's very well known in Germany. He's a Hungarian German musician, and he has a long history as a musician and a producer in Germany. And I kind of suspect that this signing was kind of geared towards the German market by Inside Out. This seems pretty well known. So it's kind of interesting. So this is a new album called "The Memory of Our Future." It's coming out on May 10th as a CD and then a double LP. I think it's just black vinyl. And he puts together these all-star projects. In fact, I listened to the last one today because I hadn't listened to it since it came out. So this is very similar lineup to the last one. He's got Ian Anderson on here. He's got Al Di Meola, Mike Stearns playing on it, Richard Bona, the bass player, Simon Phillips, John Helliwell from Supertramp, Bill Evans, the sax player, Randy Brecker, Tony Carey from Rainbow, the keyboard player. Wasn't Tony Carey, was Planet P his?
Planet P, yep.
Planet P, right. It was recorded analog. Greg Calby mastered it, and it was cut in Germany at ML Berliner Studios, which is one of the premier places to have your vinyl cut and press it optimal. So that is May 10th. Next thing is, this is the Chinese band that Inside Out signed. They're a prog-metal band. Did you like the last one?
I only just heard them recently when Steven was sharing some of their videos with us on our Facebook chat, and I don't know if I like it or not. Musically, I don't mind it, and her voice is different, and some songs I don't mind her singing. Others I'm just kind of like, so I don't know. I'm on the fence so far.
Me too. I don't know. I mean, it's prog metal. I mean, so it's
Sort of.
cool. I guess it's two Frailty. It's coming as a CD and a 2 LP on white and black marbled vinyl. That's out April 26th. X1, which goes up it's pre-ordered when this airs. This gives me something to do at midnight tonight on Thursday night. At midnight, I go live with these things. So this is the new one from The Tangent, Andy Tillotson. And it's kind of interesting. You can't really see it in the artwork, why I'm moving my mouse over it, because you can't see me moving my mouse. But in small print underneath the Tangent logo, I believe it says "For One." And so this is the Tangent, but it's Andy Ellison playing all the instruments, is doing everything. This is a one-man project. And he's done that in the past, and they're actually quite good. I like the Tangent. And
I do too. It's Stephen Reed and I have been talking about doing a Tangent album ranking for like years, and every time we get ready to go do it, this guy puts out another album. And it's just like, what's the point? Because every time it's so, yeah.
I expect this will be good. I mean,
They're all good. Yeah, they're all good.
very consistent, very consistent. So, and they're always interesting. So this is called To Follow Polaris. It's coming as a CD, coming as a CD media book, and there'll be a double LP, I believe, black vinyl. That is May 10th. Now we've been taking pre-orders on this for 2 weeks, but nobody saw this last week. Trifecta, the second album from Trifecta. It's called The New Normal. It's Nick Beggs on bass and stick, Craig Blundell on drums, and Adam Holzman on keyboards. You got Alex Lifeson and Theo Travis guesting on it. And they're kind of hard to describe. They're instrumental, and is it jazz rock? Is it prog rock? Is it just instrumental rock? I think the answer is yes. So, it's a little, everybody kind of gets to show their stuff. And yeah, it's good stuff. Next thing we got, band from Finland called Wheel. They're a prog metal band. This is their third album. I gotta be honest, I don't remember their last one. I know we sold it, but it's recommended to fans of Tool.
Okay.
So if you're a Tool fan, there you go. All right, those are the pre-orders. Let me knock out. We got a few good restocks that did well and were gone. Now they're back. Run through them quick. Genesis selling in Montreal. There's the radio broadcast from '74. I don't know if did you grab that one?
I did. I haven't listened to it yet, though. It looks great.
Pink Floyd, the Boston Breakout. Yeah, that's great. And then the new one from Vima, the Finnish prog band, and those went very quick. So we restocked. All right, let's get to the regular CDs that are new for the week. A reissue, John Anderson in the City of the Angels, out at a budget price. Now, the next one, this one, I think this is phenomenal album. Arco Iris, Los Elementales. So Arco Iris were kind of an interesting band. They're from Argentina. They started out and had a lot of albums as like a psychedelic folk sort of prog band with a lot of Latin influences, indigenous influences. And then in 1977, two of the main guys left and the keyboard player took over, and he completely changed the direction of the album. This is just like phenomenal blend of jazz rock and prog rock. It's just one of those things where's the jazz rock end and the prog rock begin? It just kind of comes together, and it has those Latin influences throughout the whole thing. There are some vocals, but long instrumental parts. Of everything we talk about today, this is the buy or die title for me.
Okay.
This is for me from Argentina. This is up there with Boo Boo. I think 1977. Love the cover art. Love everything about it. Great record. Next thing we got British symphonic prog, neo prog, Drifting Sun, Veil. I believe this is the second album. This one is interesting. It has John Jowett on bass from IQ and Fudge Smith, who was the drummer from Pendragon. And I don't have much to say other than, if you like that whole British neo prog thing that's going on, and it's been going on for years, you'll like Drifting Sun. Next, we got this one's really good. Epitaph, History Box 2, the Polydor years, 1971, 1972. Epitaph, long-running German hard rock band. They made two great albums for Polydor. They made Self-Titled and Stop, Look, Listen. So you get those two albums on disc one. Disc two is like 18 bonus tracks. And so it's funny they call it a box. It's a 2 CD set, in regular jewel box, but it complements the other Epitaph. Those two albums good.
Both those albums are great. Yeah.
And they had like on those albums, not so much on the later albums, but on those two albums, they had kind of like a progressive quality to them.
Yeah.
They were a very good band.
Yeah, so those are good albums.
Now here's a guy I remember from the old days, Toby Knapp. He was a shrapnel guitarist, was he?
It might be. The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, and then he was. I'm pretty sure he was a shrapnel shorter. Jim, do you remember Toby Knapp?
Yeah,
Yeah, shrapnel. And then And then he had a prog metal band, power metal band, I should say, called Onward, which, if I remember, were on Century Media. And this is in instrumental shred, shred fest. Next, this one might be a little controversial. We'll see. It's the Mandala Band Legacy, the story of the Mandala Band, 1975 to 1978. It's a 4 CD set. Were you familiar with them at all?
Familiar with the name, but I never listened to it.
Okay, so they were 2 albums by the Mandala Band, and the band was led by composer, keyboard player Dave Roll, and he had this great guitar player in the band, Ashley Mulford, and I got to see Ashley Mulford because after Mandala Band broke up, the guys in the band formed Sad Cafe, who had a number of albums. And I saw Sad Cafe. I think I saw them open for UK at the Palladium. And Ashley Mulford, I could be wrong about that, but I saw Sad Cafe, and I gotta say, Ashley Mulford, this guy is one of the great undiscovered guitar players. That guy was a maniac. He was absolutely phenomenal. So this was the first album by Mandala Band. Well, when we get to the vinyl, you'll see the different album covers. This is so there were 2 albums, self-titled, and that was a real band. And it opens up with a sidelong track. So it's split into 4 parts. The vocals are sung in Tibetan. It's a concept piece about the Tibetan resistance to the Chinese invasion in the 1950s. Side 2 is just, regular tracks, and Mulford kind of goes off a bit. Then what happened was the band broke up. Most of the guys reformed the Sad Cafe, but Dave Roll, he kept the rights to the name Mandala Band. So he put together something new. He was signed to Chrysalis. So he did this with Chrysalis, and he did a concept album called The Eye of Wendor, which is, I'd say, more of like a fantasy, like a rock opera, fantasy rock opera, symphonic prog, and it's just got like amazing people on it. It's got Justin Hayward, all the guys from Barclay James Harvest play on it. Everyone from 10cc is on it. Maddie Pryor sings on it. Noel Redding is on it, and it's kind of like I heard it compared a little bit to like what's his name? Was it Wayne? War of the Worlds? Was it Jeff Wayne?
Oh,
War of the Worlds compared to that. But to me, I hear a lot of like Barclay James Harvest. If you're if you're into that kind of a thing, I think you'll like it. I mean, we're talking 1970. I think the first album was around 75, 76, and then I Wendor, I think, came out in 78. Oh, here's the fancier picture. You see it all broken down. Next we got, going back into the metal world, we got the new one from Myrath. So Myrath are a Tunisian band. I guess power metal, prog metal mix. I haven't heard this one.
Symphony X, sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of. At least the earlier albums. I've been to.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, Jim? Not that album. Yeah, this one I've heard. This one is softer. Everybody's, So great singer and good and incredible band live. So got to see them at Prog Power. They were great. Next, this came out of pre-order status. We have stock. No Man, Housekeeping, the OLI years. So it's what, Stephen Wilson and Tim Bonus, right? And OLI years, it was the One Little Indian, I think was the label. And so this is a compilation of 5 CD set of all the albums they did for that label. Next, we got the CD EP from the Nuclear Power Trio, Clear and Present Rager. So everybody loved the new album. So I said, let's go back and get the first one. So it turns out the first one's actually an EP. It's like an 18-minute EP. If you like the new one, if you wet ass Plutonium, you're gonna like this. It's just, and you just think of the two of them kind of going together, just making one big long album. So it's crazy stuff. It's great.
Good man.
Yeah. Next we got and from the gray zone, we got Mike Oldfield, Irish Bells, Dublin Broadcast 1980. It's from the Platinum Tour. Um, and again, still from South America, from Argentina, we have Pasajero Luminoso. This is the fifth album from an Argentinian jazz rock band, jazz rock fusion, very refined. They incorporate a lot of Latin influences. They're a quartet. These guys are just unbelievably tight. Not a lot of showing off, but there's lots of fireworks and there's some really beautiful soloing on guitar and keyboards. In a way, I heard a little bit of like Pat Metheny. It's probably a little too proggy for like ECM. It never would have made it to ECM, but it's yeah, it's like I said, it's real quality, refined stuff. Next one, Jim's going to yell at me for including this, but we still have copies, and maybe we'll have some copies when this airs, and they're sure to go quick. Pink Floyd, Atomic Saucers. Yeah, Jim just said good luck with that. This is Germany broadcast 1970. I don't know what the actual source is, but it's excellent. It may be a broadcast or a soundboard. It's a great recording. It's from Saarbrücken, Germany, from November 28th, 1970. And the really cool part of it is that there was a period of time where Floyd would open with an improv. They were not really like an improv kind of a band. So it opens with a track that was labeled Liebesspacement Monitor. And it's a long track, an improv that segues into Embryo. And it's a great set list. I got one here, just so it's got Fat Old Son. They call it Blues, a blues jam, which they used to do stuff like that. Green is the Color, Saucer Full of Secrets, and Atom Heart Mother. So it's I think it's well worth having, particularly for Liebes Space Monitor. All right, now we're jumping the alphabet a bit. We're going to Sonata Arctica, Clear Cold Beyond, the latest Finnish power metal band. I don't have much to say about Sonata Arctica at this point. You're in or you're out. So not my thing. But next band on the hand, they're very good. Turbulence. They're from Lebanon, and they're a prog metal band, and they've got a lot of Dream Theater in their sound. But their last album kind of came out of nowhere, and really
Interesting.
quite good. So,
I like the cover art on that.
yeah, it's cool. They're very talented. All right, next one. I hope this is going to be a surprise for you, because I don't know if you knew this is coming. UFO Lights Out. 2 CD. First album is remastered, and the second album is a live recording from their first show from the Lights Out tour. It was recorded at the Roundhouse in London for April 2nd, 1977, and it was newly mixed. So that should be pretty cool, right?
Wow.
It's a good album.
I love the album. It's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, UFO. Man, they had a period, man. They were putting out killers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
look that up as we speak.
You didn't know that was coming, right?
No. I'm not surprised, but because I know they've been slowly reissuing some of the best.
Yeah, but this is really one of the classics. So, all right, so that's it for CDs, and we'll quickly run through the vinyl. So, we had the Mandala Band, and I guess what I really should have elaborated when I was talking about Mandala Band, the 4 CD set. What it is they uncovered the master tapes, the multi-track tapes. So Dave Roll remixed the album from the 24-track masters. So CD, you get 2 CDs. You get the original mix, and then the second CD is the remix. And the album, this is the cover art for the first Mandala Band album, and this is the original cover art for the Eye of Wendor. So each comes as a double album, and each with the original mix and then the secondary mix. We got in vinyl of My Wrath, and then we got in a 10-inch. I think it's on green vinyl of from the Gray Area.
Oh,
nice Live in Oslo, 1969, doing 3 tracks. You got Karelia Sweet, Hang On to a Dream, and She Belongs to Me. It's from Oslo TV. That's what I got.
Cool. When is the what's the street date of Whom Gods Destroyed?
Next Friday. We got
Oh,
our
okay.
inventory is here. We're ready.
All right.
So yeah, get on the pre-order list. You know, we ran into issues with Big Train. We've sold out of Big Train, and the Orchard, the distributor's out of stock. Uh, we we based our initial order with them based on the pre-orders, and the pre-orders were a little light, frankly. So we had what we had, and with Hackett, the single CD version of the Circus and the Night Whale uh, was gone, and we couldn't get it back. We finally got it back. So really, if you're interested in Whom Gods Destroy, we have the CD. We have two different colored vinyl. What else do we have, Jim? Is there anything else?
The two CD media book.
Right, two CD media book, and which is not so easy for us to get because we got to bring those in from Germany. So if Whom Gods Destroy is of interest to you, get off your ass and order it now.
Cool.
So
Sounds good. All
yeah,
right.
and some other stuff came in already for next week, so we're working on it.
So lots to check into, folks. I'm doing it as we speak. It becomes a habit. Whenever you see me during these episodes, kind of looking off the screen and clicking away, that's what I'm doing. I'm actually on lasercd.com as Ken is talking about, and like looking a little bit more in depth. Like, ooh, okay. So
Yeah, and
whereas most of you, it's funny when this Ken jokes about it all the time, but like after this episode airs on Friday, he usually gets a slew of dings on his computer for orders coming in. But after we tape the episode, he generally will always get one from me, if not
That's
every fairly often.
hey, look, you get preference there. So
I got to get the jump on everybody. I have a 24-hour jump on everybody.
That's right. It is, and it's really crazy because we do we run this at 3 o'clock on Friday, and I try and be in the chat, and and
by
then
4 o'clock, man.
oh, it's crazy, and then it kind of dies down, and then everybody gets home, and it goes crazy again.
Friday night, yeah.
Friday night, yeah. So
Friday night, like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, right?
Yeah, from like 3 to 4, it's insane, and then from like 6, 7 o'clock on into Saturday morning, it's crazy.
There you go.
I have guys sending me emails at 4 o'clock in the morning, and why I'm up answering at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's the better question.
Right? I still can't comprehend. But, yeah.
Cool. So as always, lasercd.com is the link. Everybody, that'll be down pinned in the comment section, as well as all the different titles that Ken mentioned today. So you can go copy and paste to your heart's desire, and tune in next week. We'll be doing this all over again. So have a good weekend, everybody. Geez, what do we got coming up here? Don't touch that dial, because in a couple hours, 4 Fusion Fridays coming up tonight. So we got that happening. We're going back to Japan for this episode, so stay tuned for that. And we got the UK connection tomorrow, and ranking the albums of Aspic, Arabs and Aspic. Aspic and Arabs? No, Arabs and Aspic coming up on Sunday. Myself and Scott Lay will be ranking that catalog of the great Norwegian heavy prog acts. So stay tuned for that and more. And of course, in the prog seat coming at you on Tuesday. It's all about Gentle Giant, so that's coming up on Tuesday. So that was a fun show.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about our favorite Gentle Giant albums on the prog seat. So see which ones rank high for us, and we will ask you guys to do the same in the comments. So till then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Remember, in the comment section, all these albums will be listed today. And as we always say,
buy a lot, buy often.
There you go. For Ken Golden, I'm Pete Pardo. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. See you next week here on the Professor's Picks. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.